Good afternoon, Holmes Road Church of Christ. I hope you're having a great day. Just wanted to bring you our weekly devotional thought and hope it encourages you along the way. Have you ever wrote a letter to someone and it really meant something really special to them and you didn't even know? Many years ago, when me and my wife were very young, I was like in 6th grade at the time, maybe even between my 5th and 6th grade year. I don't even remember the exact year, but we first met each other at a Christian camp called Sky Ridge. She was living in Lubbock, I was living in Carlsbad, New Mexico, and we met at this Christian camp. But halfway through the week, Janda's grandfather had passed away. And so her parents came and got her, and she left like on Thursday of that week. Well, we still had Thursday and Friday to go, and so Janda missed out on the last couple of days of camp because of the death of her grandfather. She went back for the funeral. Well, as I had grown some friendship with her during that week, and I thought she's kind of pretty as a girl, so I went ahead and wrote her a little letter, just saying, I'm sorry for your grandfather's death, and we sure missed you at camp. And apparently that letter meant a lot to her, and she even still talks about that letter, and that may have been the seed of our marriage. Who knows? Maybe that's where it started, because she really appreciated that letter. Folks, sometimes just the simple caring letter means so much. Decades ago, Dr. Jerry Moto discovered the power of a caring letter. His research in psychology and in his practice, he found that simply sending a letter expressing care to discharged patients who had previously attempted suicide reduced the rate of recurrence by 1/2, 50%. Recently, healthcare workers have rediscovered the power that Dr. Moto used to talk about here when they send caring texts or postcards and even social media memes as follow-up treatment for the severely depressed. There are 21 books in the Bible that are actually letters that are caringly written, seeking to encourage those first century Christian believers who are struggling for a variety of reasons. 21 books of the Bible are merely just encouragement letters to some people that are struggling. Paul, James, and John, they all wrote letters to explain the basics of faith and worship and how to resolve conflict and build unity. They were caring little letters that obviously mean so much even to us today. The Apostle Peter, however, he specifically wrote to believers who were being persecuted by the Roman Emperor Nero. Peter reminded them of their intrinsic value to God, describing in this way in 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 4 through 10. Maybe you want to turn there. 1 Peter 2, 4 through 10. It reads, "As you come to him, the living stone, rejected by humans but chosen by God and precious to him, you also, like living stones, are being built into a spiritual house to be a holy priesthood, offering spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. For in Scripture it says, 'See, I lay a stone in Zion, a chosen and precious cornerstone, and the one who trusts in him will never be put to shame.' Now to you who believe, this stone is precious. But to those who do not believe, the stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone, and a stone that causes people to stumble and a rock that makes them fall. They stumble because they disobey the message, which is also what they were destined for. But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness and into his wonderful light. Once you were a people, but now you are the people of God. Once you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy." Folks, this passage we just read, it says we're all bricks in a house. And did you notice there in verse 8 that one stone in the house can cause others to stumble and to fall? And in the same way, that one stone can do the opposite. It can lift up and help another stone and make that stone even stronger. Sometimes, as we represent all stones, sometimes a stone is weak and needs another stone to help it become stronger. Well, Jesus is the living cornerstone. He makes us all stronger, but we can also help each other. Our great God himself wrote a book filled with caring letters to us. We call it inspired scripture. And we can enjoy and we can always look at scriptures and have a record of the value that God assigns to us, his people. May we read his letters daily and share them with others who also need the hope that Jesus offers. Have you ever received a letter or note of encouragement just at the right time? Do you make it a point to try to send others handwritten notes, maybe texts, postcards, or postcards, whatever it is? Do you send it to others to encourage them? Proverbs chapter 16, verses 24 says, "A gracious word is like honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the body." So I want to encourage you to reach out and encourage others with words. You don't know how much it can help. You don't know what soul you may be lifting up. People said, "Yeah, I send a card, it ends up in the trash, so why go through the effort?" You don't know. Maybe the majority will end up in the trash, but you never know when that right one will just hit someone the right way and encourage them and help them along the way and strengthen them. So God writes us letters to encourage us. Maybe we should do the same. That's my encouragement to you this week, Holmes Road, and hope to see you soon. Have a great Wednesday. Bye-bye.